Have you ever wondered if it's possible to cheat a casino without ever touching a card or a chip? Casinos in Las Vegas are known for their high security measures, but even the most sophisticated systems can be hacked by those with the right skills. In one of the most notorious casino cheating scandals, a group of tech-savvy criminals did just that, using technology to outsmart the system without physically manipulating the games. This fascinating tale shows how they pulled it off and, more importantly, how they got caught. Casinos, especially in Las Vegas, have always been vigilant about protecting their games. In the early days, security consisted mostly of floor staff, pit bosses, and basic cameras watching over the action. As technology advanced, so did the surveillance systems. Today, casinos use state-of-the-art tools such as facial recognition, artificial intelligence, and biometric systems to catch anyone attempting to cheat. These technologies are designed to track movements, identify irregular behaviors, and detect any foul play. However, despite all these advancements, cheaters continue to adapt, finding new ways to bypass these sophisticated systems. This constant evolution is a game of cat and mouse between casino security and those determined to break the rules. As casinos transition from analog to digital systems, opportunities for tech-based cheating grew. Electronic systems that power games like slot machines and roulette have a key advantage: precision. However, these systems can also be a double-edged sword. As the reliance on digital technology increases, so do the risks of exploitation. Modern cheats are no longer focused on manipulating cards or chips. Instead, they use devices to intercept signals, hack software, or manipulate the systems that control the games. The casino industry constantly faces the challenge of keeping these systems secure while staying one step ahead of tech-savvy criminals who see digitalization as a weakness to exploit. Even with their advanced security systems, casinos are not invincible. Every digital system has potential vulnerabilities. This is especially true for casinos that still rely on older equipment or software that hasn't been updated. These vulnerabilities can be exploited by hackers who know what to look for. Casinos often invest millions in security, but all it takes is one overlooked flaw for a scam to succeed. In this case, the cheaters discovered weaknesses in how the games communicated with the central servers. By exploiting these flaws, they managed to alter the outcomes without the casino even noticing at first. The real challenge for casinos is constantly updating their systems to close these gaps. The masterminds behind this scam were not your average criminals. These individuals had backgrounds in technology and hacking, giving them the skills needed to exploit the casino's systems. They were experts in radio frequencies, data encryption, and digital communication protocols. Their expertise allowed them to develop a plan that didn't involve physically tampering with the games. Instead, they focused on intercepting signals and manipulating data remotely. What made them especially dangerous was their ability to blend in. They posed as regular gamblers, making it almost impossible for casino staff to detect any suspicious behavior. Their technical skills, combined with their unassuming appearances, made them a formidable force. One of the most fascinating aspects of this scam was how the criminals blended in. Unlike traditional cheaters who might use sleight of hand or card counting, these tech-savvy individuals operated with high-tech gadgets that were virtually undetectable. They dressed and acted like typical casino-goers, sipping drinks and playing games just like everyone else. Their ability to appear as harmless gamblers was key to their success. By carefully choosing the right moments to act and using their devices discreetly, they were able to avoid raising any suspicions. This allowed them to stay under the radar for longer, giving them more opportunities to execute their plan without interference. Before pulling off their grand Las Vegas heist, the criminals had attempted similar scams at smaller casinos. These earlier attempts didn't go as smoothly, and they were nearly caught on several occasions. However, these failures proved to be valuable learning experiences. Each time they encountered a setback, they analyzed what went wrong and adapted their methods. This process of trial and error helped them perfect their approach by the time they hit the big leagues in Vegas. Armed with more knowledge and improved tactics, they were ready to take on the high-security environment of the world's most famous gambling hub, and for a while, it worked. The scammers' plan revolved around identifying and exploiting weaknesses in the technology that ran casino games. They focused on machines like electronic roulette wheels and slot machines, which rely on random number generators, RNGs, to determine outcomes. By intercepting the communication between the machines and the casino's servers, the cheaters could predict outcomes or even manipulate the game's results in their favor. They didn't need to touch the machines physically, they just needed to exploit the software that ran them. This was a brilliant tactic, as it left no visible signs of tampering, making it incredibly difficult for casinos to detect what was happening. The key to the cheaters' success was their use of specialized gadgets. They employed radio frequency interceptors, signal jammers, and miniature scanners to gather real-time data from the casino's machines. These devices allowed them to intercept the communication signals between the games and the servers. Once they had the data, they used sophisticated algorithms to predict game outcomes or manipulate the game's RNGs. These gadgets were small enough to go unnoticed, and the criminals were skilled at using them discreetly. By relying on technology instead of physical tampering, they stayed ahead of the casino's security systems, at least for a while. The criminals didn't just choose any casino to scam. They carefully selected their targets based on the vulnerabilities of the machines and systems in use. Older machines with less sophisticated security were prime targets. They also focused on games like electronic roulette, where they could predict or influence outcomes using their devices. By targeting specific casinos and machines, they maximized their chances of success while minimizing the risk of detection. This careful planning was critical to the execution of their scheme. Their ability to identify weak points in the casino's technology gave them a significant advantage. Once the casino's suspicions were confirmed, law enforcement was brought in to set up a sting operation. They coordinated with casino security to monitor the scammers more closely, collecting evidence over time. This involved using undercover agents, surveillance, and tracking the digital footprints left by the scammers' devices. The operation was carefully planned to catch the cheaters in the act without tipping them off. When the time was right, the authorities moved in and arrested the group, bringing an end to their high-tech scam. The sting operation was a success, and the criminals were charged with multiple offenses, including fraud and illegal use of technology. Thanks for watching, Casino Crew. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.